Hi everyone! In today's video, we will be talking about language learning. Currently, I am trying to learn Hangul. I have been in this process for about 3 months now, and I must say, I'm really happy with the progress I've made. I think I'm in the phase now where I'm already able to notice and distinguish words and phrases that I hear and read. This makes me feel giddy and excited to learn more. So, let's dive right in. First, I think it's important to establish some facts about language learning. We know that language learning is innate in us. It is something we are born with. As babies, we didn't come out of the womb already experts with our primary language. It's something we learn for years. So, what's stopping us as adults to do it again? As adults, we tend to approach things with problem-solving techniques. But language learning is not a problem. It's a process. A process that requires a lot of time and a lot of effort. Come to think of it, we were in school for 12 plus years, and up to the very end, I still had an English class. So, don't be frustrated if for you, you are taking a long time to learn it. It's a slow and long process. Sit back and go with the flow. Upon my research, these are the best ways to learn a language that keeps on popping up. First is spaced repetition. I'm not going to dive into the science of the forgetting curve. I think all you have to know is that spaced repetition helps strengthen the connection of information in your brain, which aids for better recall and processing of information in your long-term memory. Second, which is my favorite, constantly consume content. The more diversified the content you consume in that language, the better. Why? It's the same as spaced repetition. It helps strengthen and widen the connection in your brain in that particular word, phrase, and language. Plus, it helps mix things up and keeps you interested. It's a thumbs up for me because now I have all the reason to watch my K-dramas and listen to my K-pop music, right? Next is practice a little every day. It doesn't matter how long you study every day. The important thing is you do. It keeps it fresh in your mind. Also, it doesn't only mean sitting on your desk and opening up your textbook. That can be quite boring, right? Practicing also involves exchanging conversations or narrating phrases on the air. All of these together accumulated helps. Now, let's move on to how I am learning Hangul. FYI, most of them are free. Isn't it great that we live in the 21st century where there are a variety of free options out there to learn a skill? I believe learning doesn't have to be expensive. So, I purposely didn't try ways where I needed to purchase a book or a 3-month course to learn Hangul. I'm going to share with you my tips and tricks up my sleeve on how I have progressed in learning Hangul independently at home. So let's start. First, since Hangul uses a different alphabet, I recommend learning that first. There are a lot of YouTube videos out there now that can help you with that. My personal favorite is Haley_your Korean friend. She actually got me started on this learning Hangul journey. So if you decide to try watching her videos, I recommend you start with these videos you see on the screen. It is also on a playlist I created that is public for you guys to see. The second platform I use is Skillshare. As I mentioned, there are a lot of free videos on YouTube that are good quality. You don't have to spend money on Skillshare if you don't want to. But since I had an account, I decided to also use it for my learning Hangul journey. I follow Ki-won Kim and his lessons. As you see on the screen, I created a list of videos that I'm going through week after week. This brings me on to my next step. After I learned the alphabet, I learned sentence structure and basic vocabulary terms. Ki-won Kim is very good at breaking down sentence structure and grammar. He puts it in a way that is easy to understand and apply immediately in our own learning. This is also where Duolingo comes in. Nothing in this video is sponsored. I am genuinely just sharing these platforms with you because it is what I'm using, and these are the ones I found best contributed to my learning. Now back to what I was saying. Duolingo is a free language learning tool that helps you from learning the alphabet all the way to vocabulary and writing sentences together. I love this platform because it has a game-like approach to learning which makes it fun, interesting, and exciting. The best part about it is that it's free. So, if you haven't yet, go and sign up for Duolingo. Make your language learning easily accessible and fun at the same time. The next thing I learned is basic expressions used in everyday life. I am currently in this process and have been for a month and a half. There are a lot of words. And there are also a lot of ways to say an expression in Hangul, just like in English. So I am being very patient with myself about it. This is where the K-drama comes in because expressions are all about conversations. The best way to learn expressions, sentences, or phrases is through using them in a conversation. I also recommend applying these expressions in your day to day life. Instead of saying good morning to your parents, why not say it in the language you're learning? This will help you recall your learning faster. The more you apply it in your real life, the faster it will be like second nature to you.
And that concludes today's video. I hope you pick up some valuable tips and tricks that can help you on your own language learning journey. Don't forget to like, comment, save, and subscribe to my channel, and also check out my Instagram if you haven't yet. It's at d.modernhustle, where I post daily inspiration, motivation, tips, and hacks. See you all in my next video. Bye bye!